Very good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining me on Word at Noon. My name is Remy Allen. The acting governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has expressed shock and disbelief over the recent mob attack that led to the stoning to death of a 35-year-old man, Tope Olorunfemi, at Ijoka area of Akure. The young man, riding in a Toyota car, reportedly ran into a motorcyclist and his passenger, resulting in some fatalities. In a statement by the State's Commissioner for Information and Orientation, the acting governor condemned the incident, saying all those found culpable will be made to face the full wrath of the law. Aiyedatiwa said while the government does not condone criminality in whatever guise, it also does not subscribe to people taking laws into their hands. The acting governor urged residents of the state to have trust in the rule of law, as the government will not condone any form of mob action and hooliganism in the administration of justice. Similarly, the management of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, has condemned the incident that led to the death of a Year 5 student of this institution. A statement by the Public Relations Officer of the university, Abiodun Olariwaju, stated that preliminary investigation revealed that the student died of a mob action on the allegation that he stole a phone. The statement described the incident as unfortunate, saying a committee has been set up by the university management to unravel the circumstances that led to the death of the student. The university administration commiserated with the parents of the deceased and prayed God to grant the family the fortitude to bear the loss. The Economic Community of West African States has called for immediate release of the about 80 kidnapped children in Zamfara State. On April 7, 2023, at least 80 children were abducted by bandits in the Safi local government area of Zamfara State, and the children, according to reports, are between the ages of 12 and 17. Witnesses said the victims were in the bush fetching firewood at about 8 a.m. when the assailants rounded them up and marched them into the forest. In a statement, the commission condemned the terrorist act, urging all relevant authorities to find the perpetrators and bring them to justice. The commission reiterated its commitment to continue accompanying the government in the fight against terrorism and banditry. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is in Somalia for what his office has described as a visit of solidarity during the month of Ramadan. He says the international community has failed to help the country as it faces its worst droughts in decades. Odraya Soya reports.
The UN Secretary General has visited Somalia many times before because of droughts and violence, but this time the drought is worse. 5 rainy seasons have failed in the Horn of Africa. Somalia is the most affected. More than 40,000 people have died in the last 1.5 years. Many more have had to leave their homes. Guterres is here to call for much-needed humanitarian support.
We have launched an appeal to the international community. Only 15% of that appeal has been funded until now. The international community has been absent-minded in relation to the drama of the people of Somalia. It's time to look seriously into these people that is suffering too much.
The city of Baidoa is badly hit. Many Somalis are coming here from different areas, but help in the camps is limited. Some are also fleeing conflict as the government carries out an offensive against the armed group Al-Shabaab. President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed says his government is winning the war.
At the moment, we're working together with other international partners, the stabilization program of the post-Al-Shabaab or the liberated areas. This will look to the UN to increase critical investment in these areas, as these people, as our citizens, has been denied the accessibility of civil services for a long time.
The army has taken back important areas held by the group for many years, Al-Shabaab is still able to carry out attacks and scare people. Gatora's visit showed a glimpse of how uncertain things are here. Mogadishu was partially locked down, major roads were closed, and no one was taking chances, but that uncertainty is the life of many Somalis who call this home. Adwayo Soya, Osrc News.
Video has emerged of a massacre carried out by the M23 rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, in November. The United Nations reported that at least 170 people were killed in the eastern village of Kishishe. Those who survived have lived to tell the stories of the horrors they faced that day.
They took all the men back to Msipita's banana plantation and said, stand in a circle around the hole. Then they shot them. And when the first hole was filled, they killed the others next to them. We were shocked.
It was 3 p.m. and on the first day, we buried 15 bodies. The next morning, the rebels came and made us bury another 15.
They need people relive urgently, so the government will see with some of his partners the way they can answer, the way they can bring the support those people need to make sure they are safely back in their respective homes.
Our children are now misbehaving as they're no longer going to school. Our community can't afford to rebuild it. Only with the help of the government can we do that.
Tens of thousands of doctors across England are taking part in a 4-day workout over pay. More than 350,000 patients are likely to be affected. The doctors are demanding a pay rise of 35%, but the government calls that increase unrealistic. The Doctors' Union says its members simply want wages restored to where they were 15 years ago.
We're all at breaking point, not just financially, but mentally and physically. We just can't go on like this.
I want to also feel like I don't have to also wake up worrying about the credit card bills and the gas bills and the energy, the things that everyone else is worrying about as well.
It's not getting us!
You get to a kind of critical point where you have to either stand up for what you believe in, or you just accept and leave.
They struggle more than they used to, mainly due to the lack of resources now and the conditions under which they have to work. A lot of it is due to excessive workload, working conditions, worry about making errors, worries about causing harm, worry about not being able to provide what it is that you felt you could provide going into the profession.
And from the Sport Hall, for the removal of the Ondo State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Mr. Bamidele Ologunloluwa. It said, contrary to insinuations, the commissioner is trying his best to reposition the game of football in the state. The state's FA, in a statement by its chairman, Dele Ajayi, said the call for the removal of the commissioner will further distract efforts to ensure the Ondo State team comes top in the Super 6 of the Elite League. He urged the people of Ondo State to support the commissioner to ensure the team becomes a delight of the state and the people. The FA chairman also charged the military with all football stakeholders in the state to achieve greatness in the sub-sector. And with that story, we conclude Word at Noon. Thanks so much for watching. Good morning.